Right, so folks, question 1 here of the mock exam paper is a high performance insulated wooden door with a vertical sheeting on both sides fitted in the external wall of a dwelling house. The entrance is designed to facilitate ease of access for everyone. The fixed frame of the door is 150mm by 70mm in cross section and is thermally broken. The external wall has a 100mm concrete block outer leaf, a 200mm timber frame inner leaf, and a 60mm insulated surface cavity. The ground floor is an insulated solid concrete floor with a 20mm quarry tile finish. To a scale of 1 to 10, draw a vertical section through the centre of the door. Show the typical construction details from 500mm below finished floor, through the floor, the threshold, the external wall, the door and door frame up to a level 300mm above the concrete lintels over the door frame. Include 4 typical dimensions. Okay, so starting off that question there, what we're going to do is we're going to start by drawing. What are they asking us to draw? Well, basically the threshold detail. And what do we know? Well, we got a timber frame, we got 100mm concrete block, that's fine. Inner leaf, surface cavity, that's all fine. The ground floor is an insulated solid concrete floor with a 20mm quarry tile finish. So that means it's an insulated solid concrete floor. Okay, so we got high insulation here because this looks like a kind of passive house type question. Okay, so it's high performance insulated wooden door. So this is passive house. What they're looking for is plenty of insulation in the ground here. Okay, in this case we've got 300mm of insulation where we normally have kind of 150mm. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at here. So I'm going to start off by, as I do, I'm going to start by drawing my horizontal line down the bottom here for my foundation. And I've got my traditional strip foundation, which is 1050, which is 10.5 on my drawing, by 350, which is a scale 1 to 10, 3.5mm or 3.5 centimeters, 35mm. Okay, and the red lines here on my drawing, what they're indicating is any red lines I'm doing here is all construction lines, so they're all light lines. Okay, so it has a 200mm timber frame, 100 is 360mm, so it's 360 by 3, because that's the width, 3 times the width for our wall is our foundation. So it's 1080. I've made it 1050 here, but you'll be fine there roughly with that. Okay, so I'm going to come in here now and I'm going to set up light lines for my wall inside here. So I'm going to just find the center here roughly and work out from the center. So I have, with my wall is 380. So I'm going to set out my 100mm concrete block here, 60mm cavity here, and then I have block on flat, which is 215mm, rising all the way up along. Okay, so this is where my walls rest on. So I'm going to draw these lines again, straight up, nice and lightly. Now I know most of you don't have the mock paper at home, but we'll get it back to you whenever we come back. So, 3 layers of hardcore, and hardcore is minimum 150. Okay, minimum 150. I'm gonna put in 3 layers over there. Okay, let's come up here 60 degrees. I said all red lines are light, so just gonna draw a light line up here. So on top of the hardcore then we got our radon barrier and we got our sand binding. Okay, so 50mm sand binding. On top of the sand then we got the radon barrier. On top of the radon barrier then we got insulation. Okay, this is a superly well insulated foundation. So we've got 3 layers of 100mm insulation. And on top of that then we have a concrete floor, and our concrete floor is slab. A concrete floor slab is anywhere from 100 to 150. So I'm gonna make 150 actually, just for clarification here. So 150 here. Bring it across, and we got a 20mm quarry tile finish on top there. So that's 20mm across the top there. Okay. And obviously, like the same as we do in the other ones, we've got this bob of insulation running up the inside wall there, and that helps prevent our thermal bridging. So I'm just going to go back now and heavy in all these details here. So I'm just putting 10mm lines in between, or 10mm gaps in between our insulation. Okay. These all lines are all at 45 degrees. So when you're doing the 2019 question, we should all have it set up and working down through it like this. Plenty of detail, spend a bit of time at it now, because you can spend time at it now and get it right to make your life easier. Okay, and I can heavy in all these lines here now. Okay, so draw it out light first, and then once you're happy with it, that it looks right, just go back in and heavy it all in then. Concrete floor. Heavy in my foundation here. Don't forget my reinforcing bars. And putting my hardcore inside there. Okay, you get the idea there. Okay, so then we obviously, our tiles are running across here, so on this then, so this is our rising wall all the way up here, and it's going to come all the way up to our door frame. Our door frame is going to be in the center of our wall down here, just opposite the frame. So I'm going to put in my Tor threshold in, comes in flush with my floor. Okay, so I want my floor, go back to my red pen here. So my threshold is obviously flush with my floor. So it's ease of access, yeah. So how will I put my door frame in here? Stay there. No, when it's on a drop, we need a drop in that outside. So that's my floor level across there. What I want now is I'm gonna put maximum angle. I'm gonna take out my protractor here. Maximum angle here we want on our door frame ramp up in is 15 degrees. Okay. Why is it 15 degrees? Well, that's the maximum angle we can have for a wheelchair. That's just our slope there. Runs down, covers over my wall here. And that's going to be my, I have a slab of concrete inside there then. That's going to be my threshold detail there. Okay, my wall then is going to run all the way down on the other side. And these are block on flat then. These are running up 100mm. And same on this side then, these are 215. We're almost in the bottom actually. Okay. So that's my rising wall coming up there, and that width of that then is 100 mil. And I got block and flat here then. Okay, and this is my slab of concrete here. And then obviously ground level then is going to run out here. What do we have in front of the threshold? Well, we have our drain. Any distance at all really with them, to be honest. I kind of drawn mine in roughly here, 100 millimeters. So drain, and we have mesh on the top of it there to stop dirt getting down into it. Okay, that rolls out across the top of my there now. Probably should run out a bit flat first and drop it down to 15 degrees. Just to, I need somewhere flat to sit my door frame onto. Okay, so that's level out there, rolls out perfect. So on top of this now here, we're going to sit our door frame, okay? So we're only going to have a small little lip that comes up at the back here. The door wants to run, I'm going to draw these lines up along here. The door wants to run, that's the scale here, so what height is the door? That gives the height of the door 150 millimeters in cross section. The external wall is a 100 mm concrete block out leaf timber frame. No, it doesn't actually give us a distance to the door frame, so we can just bring up our door roughly. Height of the door average 2 meters, so we'll bring it up 200 there. That's the top of my wall there. Top of my wall there. Right, that line across there. So the head of my wall, my roof is going to be up, or the head of my door is going to be up here. So I want the head of the wall touching out here. So I'm going to draw in my door frame first. Where's that pen of mine going now? So door frame, head of it's up here. So this is a little bit that it locks into it. And same at the bottom, I have a little bit of a door frame here. This one very small at the bottom because obviously if we're wheelchairs we don't want our ramp to catch it. Rise in flush there. Then our door then, it tells us the door, that's the front of my door, so it tells us the door is 150 millimeter in cross section and is terminally broken, 150 by 70 millimeters. Perfect. So it's a 70 millimeters in along here, so that's 7 mil. And that runs the whole way to the top. And it's terminally broken, so that means the insulation inside and either side of it. So I'm gonna have panels inside here. And I have insulation that run up inside my door. So let's get these in quickly here because I'm not going to do the whole thing because you can get the idea. You should do the whole piece in the exam, but for this now I'm just going to, don't want the video to drag on forever. Okay, now that's pretty much my door detail done down here. Okay, we'll just put in a few barriers inside here. We've got insulation in our service, in our cavity here. high strength insulation into the infill, so it acts as infill into the cavity in the ground. Okay, so we're hardcore sand binding. We've put in the radon barrier in there. Of course, you'll be drawing this in pencil, so I'll be using red to put in a radon barrier. I'll put in all the barriers and at the end there when I have all the light stuff done. Okay, so then we're going up to the head plate up the top here, okay? So we're using all timbers. They're all 50mm thick timbers. So we have our head plate up the top here. And then we've got our 4 timbers inside here. They're all 50mm. And they are a height of 208 inches. And our 50mm on top. And they are all timber, so we cross join the ends of them there to indicate they are timber. Okay, we got a concrete lintel here then, that is 75 by 100. That's our concrete lintel, and that's supporting our walls there. That's my wall then continuing off up. So we're going 300mm above our timber there. And then obviously we have insulation then in our timber frame up above here. And then we have our block work here then. And we have that cavity there then. Last little bits we need to fill in here. And we have a blue pen there, hold on a sec. So this is like cavity closer inside here. Cavity closer in the top in blue. And obviously the ground out here then. The ground out on there, that's our ground floating out on there, the wall. And then that is pretty much it. We just have to go back and label it all now. So I'm going to run through the labels here now. So our quarry tile runs out across the top there. That's our quarry tile there. Okay, so we have 1000 by 50 and FORCE concrete. Foundation. We have minimum 150 hardcore. $50 sand binding. Three layers, 100mm. Oh yeah, insulation. 50 concrete floor. $20mm quarry tile, T-I-L-E. We have our door frame. Our door. Head plate. Door head. Head plate, sorry, the head plate there is 200 by 50. Okay, we have our concrete lintel. $100 by 70. I'm missing here now, just have a spot in here. We missed the insulation, so we've got 12mm internal insulation, internal plaster. 200 full fill insulation. We have our cavity closer here. We have our external plaster. We have our drop down DPC, so I'm going to now highlight, go back and we'll put in our DPCs here. We have our drop down DPC just coming from the top of our head plate here, down, and it's coming out there. Now I know it's not ideal, but I'm just going to, where we have DPC, I'm just going to heavy it in and right a bit, just to try and make it clarified there. Okay, and then the same down the plan. Across on top for our sand binder. We got our radon barrier. A rising wall. Yes, there we go, we missed it, we're missing it. I think that's about most everything in there. We got our drain, obviously. Yeah, just label a radon barrier over here. Yeah, I think that's everything here. There's probably one or two things there that I'm after missing now. If I have, spot them, take note, send them on to me. Okay. That question then is more or less finished. Just to fill in the rest of the details, insulation there, so on and so forth. But yeah, everything else then is not too bad. Any questions on that? Give me a bell, send me a message on Emoto.